Namaste, Shivoham, I am. Welcome. Welcome, beloved ones, to Soul Mirrors. Be amazed. And I just want to give a big shout out right over to TFR Live right here at the top of the hour at our new time slot, our new day, Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Hey, Chris, thanks for the time slot. And to all of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome to Soul Mirrors. Be amazed. We invite you to stick around. We have extraordinary guests, lots to share, and I'm going to dive right in with what's going on this week, how that energy is turning into crystalline healing, and how we are all expanding through this moment of extraordinary up-level energy. And I know you feel it. And so once again, welcome to all of you over at tfrlive.com. Welcome to everyone who is also tuning in at iHeartRadio. Welcome to everyone who is tuning in at onenesstalkradio.com. And to all of you YouTubers, hey, thanks for hanging out with us on our new day and time over at the Oneness Talk Radio YouTube channel, and of course over at Facebook. We are honored to be with you. Now, I also want to share that my phone lines are filling up really fast here. 517-208-1500. Again, that's 517-208-1500. You can connect with me. We can have some conversation. You can request a mini soul reading. And of course, you get to listen to the show while you are on hold. So, beloved angels, here we are. And my heart is just bowing that here we are. It is February 4th. Don't we love this day for the up-leveling of this Soul Mirrors community that coincides with this day of perfect balance in a year of perfect balance as we are in this beautiful pre-Mercury retrograde phase that is inviting us to a divine remembrance experience. I mean, I just taken a breath on that, and I hope you are too. And so let's all just come together with our heart. And let me ask you, how has your week been? What is your tribe talking about? What's got your attention right now? Because what's happening around here is what we have been referring to as the Ascension Up-Level experience. And I was sincerely, with all my heart and soul, want to invite you, if you have not yet connected with the Ascension Up-Level energy, please go to my other YouTube channel, Official Shri and Kira, just Official Shri and Kira at YouTube, and please watch the Ascension Energy Up-Level that's happening right now, 2020 and 2021. This has not ever happened before. There are actually specific dates. I put out all of those dates. I've been revealing all of those dates. We have an up-level experience right on us this coming Sunday, February 9th. It's coming right up. And what's happening is that in this moment, this perfect balance of the perfect balance experience, the energy that is radiating. Remember, February, what is the overarching energy of February? Radiance. And if you want to learn more about the February experience, please, again, Official Shri and Kira over at YouTube, watch the 3 things you need to know. There is a lot happening. But in that experience that is happening, we are each being called, all of us, into the manifestation of the miracles that we are holding with clarity, with focus, and with sacred intention. And the radiance energy that has been illuminating everything. And I hope you enjoy my background here tonight. Those of you that are watching me on video, I kind of moved away because you see those hands of golden light. We are co-creating. We are bringing this together. And the reason I love this graphic is because it's showing this beautiful crystalline grid matrix sphere that we are all a part of, that this oneness energy is bringing us all together with. And that is the energy that we are now beaming together, co-creatively. Together we are better. We are bringing this around the planet. And the more of us that are able to remember the truth of who we are, that are able to lift into that compassionate energy, that gateway of the 5th dimension, that compassion, that self-love, the more of us that say yes to who we are, the greater this gift, right? The greater this extraordinary, I mean, just wow, gift that is being showered upon us all. And so in the intensity of this visibility, in the expansion of the ascended presence that is up-leveling at a pace it has never up-leveled before, the blessing is that we are at a moment where more beings have the opportunity. I'm talking mass awakening, where more beings will have the opportunity to remember who they are as the more of us remember who we are and come together hand in hand, one voice with unlimited expressions. It's just a beautiful modeling of the experience of living that is before us now. And it begins with each one of us saying yes. And in that energy, I do want to bow my head before I bring on my exquisite, beloved sister of spirit. I really want to bow my head to all of you who joined me last night. Last night, just on a very personal note, was for me the culmination of a 25-year journey where I have released to the world the keys to ascension. It is keys to ascension that were revealed to me through the ascended realms via the Bhagavad Gita, where I would have many of these passages illuminate in violet energy, and I would write down what they mean. And I last night was honored to be with hundreds of you who have said yes, and that have said, I will do this. I am ready to remember my keys to ascension. I am ready to say yes to who I am. And it's the first, I was going to say journey, because that's really what it is. It's the first journey that I have offered publicly as Master Lady Kira Raa. And I just wanted to thank all of you for being midwives to that. And I wanted to thank all of you of the beloved SoulMirrors community. This is my first show as really claiming that. And I've been getting a lot of emails from people, have you changed your name? Why have you done this? What's happening? Sri and I are going to put out just a very short little video about that. So you can look for that on our YouTube channel. We're also going to be putting out the 2020 Ascension symptoms. So you want to look for all of that this week. In this moment right now, as I am sharing with you, I invite you to look deep within you and ask the question, am I claiming the truth of who I am? And just notice. And then if there's a judgment that comes up or a self-judgment that you become aware of, because remember, everything's visible right now, radiance, energy, everything can be seen. So if there's something that comes up that prevents you from being the blessing of who you are, then I invite you in this moment right now to lift with me above it, to remember, right? Okay, I want you to look right up here. I want you to look at this wonderful graphic and recognize that you are co-creating through this crystalline matrix right now, or you wouldn't even be connecting with this show. You are carrying a greater presence. You are carrying a greater mastery than you may be aware of. And the fact that you are here, the fact that you are listening, the fact that you are curious means that it's already waking up. And this is the blessing of 2020. And this is the blessing of this moment right now, that we are all able to be part of this collective miracle manifested, this moment of crystalline light as the pure healing energy, as the synergy with our divine form that dances with the union of the body and the soul and says, yes, that's the moment we're at right now. And so my heart really smiled when this show was invited to move to this day and time slot in this energy and on this specific day. And so thank you all for saying yes and for being with us here this evening. And that brings me to one of the things that brings me great joy. Over the past, our 18th year now, my beloved husband, Sri Ramka, and I have been really honored and blessed to witness the journey of many, many beautiful beings. And as spiritual teachers and mentors and authors and all the things that we try to say yes to as we are asked, what gives us the greatest joy is witnessing those around us discover who they really are and then say yes to it, live it, and manifest it. It brings my heart great, great joy. And I know I've said this before, but I wanted to welcome all of you that may not know this, but this is how we first met Jess Juntunen. And she is an amazing soul who has done so much to really add to this beautiful co-creative crystalline matrix of light. And Jess's passion really manifests in everything she does. I've witnessed Jess, and that the people she works with, the things that she does, the way that she is committed to her own self-evolution is inspiring. And it inspires me. And I have to admit, there's that piece of me, because I was that single mom raising my children. And I know what it takes. I know the courage it takes. I know the dedication it takes. I know the moments where you breathe and say, is this all worth it? Oh my God, that it takes. And when we keep saying yes, when we don't lose our way, when we stay in our focus, because remember, it's focus that pulls us forward. It is our ability to say, I am here, I am ready, I am open, guide me, and to ignite those channels of true communion. In those moments, we are inspired, and we call forward the active principle of the divine to manifest that which we know is our reason for being. And so it's a beautiful moment when we can witness that. And that's what Soul Mirrors is all about. It's about witnessing that among each of us, about our beloved co-hosts every week that come on and really are witnesses. We are all here witnessing ourselves in the greater community of upliftment at a moment of ascension upleveling that has not happened before. And so as we've been working with Soul Mirrors, and as Soul Mirrors has evolved over the past almost 2 years now, one of the things that kept being shown to me was Jess. And I remember a show where we had a problem with some people calling in, and Jess jumped right in and was the co-host for the whole show. And she was amazing. And every time I have her on, people ask more questions and want to know. And so it was my honor and delight to invite Jess to be our regular featured co-host once a month here at Soul Mirrors. And so it had to be Jess's night tonight. And so without any further ado, because I could just like go all night talking about Jess here, let me bring Jess in so that we can say hello and keep this party rolling, get this party moving forward. All right, there we are. Hey, beautiful one, there you are. Hi, namaste.
Namaste. I'm so happy and honored and thrilled to be here with all of you. It's amazing. How are you doing tonight, dear?
Well, I have to admit, I'm still in the crystalline matrix
I love that.
thank you, of the Gita, of the keys to ascension from last night. Were you there?
I absolutely was there. I'm still there. I'm blown away. I'm amazed. And it was one of those things that was meant to be. I truly was being called to the Gita, and then you offered this, and it's been like a missing piece for me that I've been really craving right now. So thank you. It was out of this world, galactic.
It really was. And I was just in my heart, I was like, and that's just week 1. We have 8 weeks to go. Yeah. I mean, imagine where we're going to all be, and that we're traveling with this Mercury retrograde. The timing, absolutely, which I did not look at when I put this on the books. I was sitting in India listening to all this other guidance, threw it on, said, okay, we're just going to do it here. And Jess, it wasn't until like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago that even I put that together. I was like, no way, that's not happening.
That's so cool. I love that.
I do too. I really do. And, the other thing that's really cool, other than how gorgeous you look this evening, is your background. I mean, thank you for enjoying my little crystalline co-creative number here, but wow, loving what's going on behind you.
This is a gift. This is Farron Peterson, which I know you have the honor of knowing.
Oh gosh, yeah, I have like 3 Farrons in my house.
Oh my gosh, her artwork is stunning. And I had a meeting with her last week, and she said, I was on Zoom, and she said, do you want some of my art for your Zoom? And I said, yes, please. So she just sent this out, a few pieces, and I chose this one tonight. Her stuff is so ascended. And if any of you are loving it, look up Farron Peterson, Studio Farron. You'll find her on Instagram or online, and her stuff is so beautiful. She's really doing all this beautiful channeled work now.
Yeah.
I'm getting a painting soon. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm smiling because Farron had sent Shri and I a beautiful 16 by 20 that she had done when we lived in Terra Nostra. Now, bear in mind, she had never been to Terra Nostra. And so what she sent us, I swear she was flying over the property. And so when you say she's been like channeling and bringing this in, I know that is true. And on the last day of our India journey, when we were in Dwarka, right, that journey that Farron was there, she drew me a beautiful, beautiful picture of India with a jewel coming out of it that to this day is on the Violet Ray Shiva altar here at Tosa Blue Mountain. And so, yeah, we have several, and I have Farron's Ganesha, she has this cute little notebook with the Ganesha on it.
Yes.
Several of them actually. And they're with me all the time. So yeah, this is part of that. I want to go immediately to, this is part of that miracle energy, right? This is that when we say yes to who we are. I mean, I remember being with Farron when she was agonizing about, can I do this as an artist? Can I come out there? Can I, and it's about just saying, you know what, this is who I am. This is what I do. And if I could take all of my energy that I take right now, doubting that, move that out of the way, right? And have all that extra creation energy available, there's only one outcome, right? This. I don't know how to do this. That, right there it is, that. How is that feeling for you, Jess? Am
Absolutely.
I full of it? What are you experiencing?
You're full of all kinds of good things.
This is true. I'll have a sip of my yummy tea while you share that.
Yeah, I'm totally.
Wait, Jess, I have to tell you this. I'm going to interrupt. So wait. Okay, this is my lotus mug, right? So you see it's a lotus.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
And the tea that I chose to drink tonight is literally called Tea Kuan Yin. I just had to say that.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I know. I brought it back from India. Anyway, Perfect. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Well, it was making me think all these, brilliant points of light and the way when we light up and share our gifts, how we're connecting with so many, and Farron's art, what I'm doing, what you're doing, what each and every one of you out there is doing. When we light up and you are connecting to so many other beings beyond what you even think, right? We sometimes think, oh, my family and the immediate people I see or work with, but it goes so far beyond that and just lights up this matrix and allows for each of us to build even more every time somebody does say yes and comes forward with their gifts and they share them. It's just total expansion. And like you were saying earlier, just getting out of the doubt to free up that energy to shine our light even more. It's such the time for that right now. And I'm noticing there's another big up level for me in that, just it's time, time to just release more of that crud so we can shine more.
Well, and this is really part of that visibility, right? So this February visibility has made everything visible. So you might even discover you have doubts that you didn't know you had. Right. I'll tell you a secret. Last night before I began that Gita class, I was like sweating bullets. There were so many. I felt like Buddha at the ultimate moment of temptation. It was like every old tape and all of the things that would want to stop me. And you're going to, I don't even want to say what was there. And yet, as that was there, Jess, I was so clearly aware of myself, witnessing myself and loving myself and almost saying it's okay. And then I was aware of the one witnessing that one. And today, it's really kind of an amazing moment because remember that visionary transformation through timeline adaptation, right? Today, as I was editing last night's class, to send out for the video, because you get the videos as part of the class, due to a lot of reasons, a lot of tech issues, and I know it's me trying to do things on a computer, it took 4 hours to get it done. And I had to wind up watching the whole thing again. And I was sharing this with Shri earlier, and I'd love your feedback if you're having these experiences. I knew that was me teaching that class last night. I remember teaching that class last night. I know I was saying those things, but as I watched it today, it was like I was watching it for the first time and I wasn't even, I'm not, all I know is I was watching someone really teach me something that I needed to know. Does that make
Wow.
sense?
Yeah, that totally does. And that's just amazing. I love that you're sharing that experience because I mean, that's happening to me at this very moment.
That's exactly
Honestly.
right. And you need to talk about it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So share.
It is very much what you were describing of watching and witnessing ourselves. We were talking about that a lot in 2019 and how we're witnessing ourselves and then we're lifting up and witnessing from that seventh dimension. But that feeling is coming in so strongly. I notice it when I'm in bed in the morning. I notice it as I'm going about my day. I notice it when I forget to do it and I'm going, what's going on? And then I remember and connect with it again. And that part of me that's always there holding this space. And yeah, the timeline adaptation is very trippy. For one word, it's very interesting. It feels like I know I'm already doing things that I haven't done yet and bringing them into now. And it's just
But you see them in like vivid detail, right? Because that's where
yes.
I'm at. Like, I mean, vivid detail. And what's happening is that this creation energy, right? This creation energy is so strong and so available that what and for me, a lot of this is happening when I'm on the treadmill. I think that's why I'm on the treadmill. Today I did an hour and a half just because I didn't want it to stop, you know? And so, but I'm seeing this. And then what's happening is that it's like when I give myself, I think that's my form of meditation. So when I give myself that hour and a half, and I'm seeing this literally almost like a movie, I'm watching it manifest in real time within days, sometimes within that afternoon. And that's the gift that we are all being given right now is a moment to really have all of those veils open, a moment to say, if you are committed, if you are focused, if you are with a sincere heart, right? Sincerity, love, and presence, and you can clear away the doubt, we are at a moment of extraordinary miracle creation. And it looks like your background. I think Farron nailed it right there.
Absolutely. That's really what it feels like. And it is exciting. I mean, I don't know about you, and I'm sure a lot of you watching feel like there was some trudging maybe for a while. And if you just
2019.
like what was going on? And we keep trying and we keep going. And then now it feels like uh, that relief of everything rushing in, all those seeds that we planted, the things that we were working for, that we kept saying yes to, even if we felt like we weren't sure where it was going or if we could do it, but we just kept doing it because that's what we do. And it just feels like now is the time to really harvest. And it's just beginning, it's really exciting.
That, I really want to talk about that for a minute because that is the truth. It is just beginning. We are in, and this blows my mind, and it's in our video. Hopefully you've seen the videos, Jess, where when we talked about the 3 things you need to know, and when we were talking about the up level energies right now, and I was showing how the 2 cycles have now overlapped. And that's new. That wasn't happening. As a matter of fact, I'll share it with you. Shri and I have been told we must do another lineage holders same time this year. We have to do it every year. It's going to be every year we're going to be doing that. So I'm very excited. That's going to be, hopefully we'll have that out for people to start gathering together again in a week or 2. And so that's part of it. Remember when we all did the lineage holders last summer and we were doing our timeline shifting then, and we were assisting everyone to realize they really know how to do this. We actually did a lot of this together. We are now at the moment where we're watching what we saw come forward. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, Jess, each being is having this beautiful moment of recognition. And I don't know about you, but that to me is like, let's get on the trampoline and just go, yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh.
is
Yeah, it's a
proof
party.
positive. It is a part, and we need to be partying. I'm really on this party kick. We need to be
Yes.
partying. It's really important, because if we forget to party, we live in fear.
Absolutely. Yeah. We get so serious that we forget to have a fun time. That's what we're really here to do, is experience as masters in form. And yeah, we can take ourselves seriously, but if we get too serious, then we forget and we get
Now,
afraid
hey,
that we're
Jess,
doing
I
it
want to let you
wrong.
know we're gonna, hey, TFR, we have a lot of show to go. So we're gonna be right back. I know you're going into your break. Stay with us. We have a lot to share, updates, and some of our callers and readings.
Or visit the YouTube channel of official Shri and Kira.
All right. And so, Jess, we are in what I like to call bonus time.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. And so
Yeah.
go ahead. I was sorry to interrupt you, but my beloved
Oh.
producer husband, Sri Ramko, was giving me the hey
Yes,
sign,
I know. We have to stream in multiple places at once, and
which is such a
Mhm.
blessing. I'm so excited
Yes.
about that. And for all of you listening right now, let me let you know there's still a few phone lines open. We got a lot of callers in there. We're going to get to you in the second half of the show. So get in the queue. 517-208-1500. You do get to listen while you're on hold. Oh, Jess, I'm excited.
I am too. I feel like this is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the moment you were born for, right? It's the moment that you came into being. Each and every one of us that's here listening, it's your time, and be done with anything that would seek to hold you back anymore. It's time. It's time to lift up.
Well, and that's the gift of the healing, and that really, I think that really is the healing of this moment, is this crystalline radiance that is lifting you up, that is saying, the doors are open. We're giving you a poke, look behind the veil. We're right here. And this is why I find so much vitality, and I find so much inspiration when I connect with people like yourself, when I connect with
Mm.
all of you that are saying yes to you. That inspires me. And, I've been in communication with some beautiful people lately. Have been writing me from all over the world. And the one thing that is really lifting my heart into this crystalline state of co-creative miracle manifestation is the recognition that we are starting to remember together we are better, that we are starting to really be able to come together in these higher ascended frequencies, whereby we can bring all of this beautiful, beautiful stuff into form. And that we are starting to see the proof that that is really happening. And as these ascension up level moments continue, February 9th, Jess, we're coming right up
I
Sunday.
know. I can't wait.
Sunday. Oh my God, and then we go right into the Mercury retrograde. And then we have that big one on the 18th. I mean, it's just this, every month is going to be like this. Now, not every month has two up level events, but every month has at least one.
For the
And
next 2 years, right?
right. And
Yeah.
and this is what I was talking about earlier, is that we had that ascension escalator from 2015 through 2022. Well, we're on the home stretch of that, right? And we can tell,
Yeah.
right?
That's
And this
amazing.
is that blowing your mind too?
Totally.
You sit there and
Totally.
go, how is it 2020? Is this even
Yeah.
possible? Right?
Every day.
Thank you. I feel redeemed. Thank you. And so here we are. And I know we're going to be coming back to TFR in just a moment. So I just want to give you a heads up that we might just have to be very quiet for a moment. I'm going to wait for my husband to give me the high sign. But I'm just letting you know. Hey, welcome back, TFR Live. We are delighted to be here on SoulMirrors. Be amazed. I am Master Lady Kira Raa here this evening with my beautiful co-host, Jess Juntunen, and we are rocking the conversation. Crystalline healing, divine miracle manifestation. There's tons of callers. If you want to get in the queue, you can try 517-208-1500. And Jess, we were just talking about the moment at hand. How are you doing? Let's jump back to that.
I'm doing great. My breath catches a little bit because it just does. It takes my breath away sometimes to realize that it's really happening, like that we're really here, we're
Right.
really doing it, that, it's so much more tangible than ever that the energy we put out is being reflected back to us. It's just so clear. And it's very, very exciting because it has, for me personally and others that I am seeing, it's like go time. People are having so many expansion experiences and so much awakening. And those that are, like we were saying, this big, massive awakening coming, that there are so many I'm seeing that are starting to see it too. And it's exciting. I'm so glad that I made it through all the rest of this to be here now.
Mm.
And yeah, it was always meant to be, but now everything feels right. Even though there's moments and times that the momentum is here now. So nothing can really stop us except
So,
ourselves.
that is so true. I want to underscore that because it really is self-imposed exile are the words that I use. I'm very aware of the fact that I was in a self-imposed exile and I understand it now. And that's part of, if we look at, again, all ascension energy frequencies always go in the same cycle: awareness, experience, choice, awareness, experience, choice. So here we are in February. This is a choice month in an experience year, in an experience decade. And I'm gazing at you, thinking about, I've known you for a while, and about the awareness that you said and claimed in the decade that just completed, right? And when we all look back look at 2010 through 2019, remembering that was a decade of awareness energy. So what did it do? It brought everything up. Anything that was hidden is now revealed. All of the secrets are open. All of the locks are there. But as we enter this experience roaring 20s ahead of us, remember, what is it about? It is about a roaring flow, and it is about extreme abundance. And so what that means is that we're going to have a lot of everything. And the question I wanted to ask you, and the reason I'm bringing that up is, okay, so we all have the choice, and we are in the experience of choice again this entire month. What is it? If you were to say to someone, here's what's getting me through those moments, right? Because as I'm listening to you right now, I'm hearing a lot of our listeners, I'm hearing a lot of people saying, I hear you, Jess, but I'm having a hard time because there are things that you need to remember. So what are you noticing that's helping you?
Oh, for sure, it's coming back to the basics like breathing, meditation, whatever way you do that for you. Like you're saying, being on the treadmill, for me, a lot of times it is my walk or being outside. Sometimes it is sitting. It is really journaling, having little reminders around. It's really things that help stimulate and remind me throughout the day. Music that uplifts me. It's just bringing in those kind of tools that are somewhat simple. So sometimes we just stop doing them or don't do them, and really getting serious about making sure we have these touchstones with the breath, hand to heart, with practices that help, touching into shows like this, touching into music, touching into what helps us remember. That's definitely what I need to keep reminding myself, or all those kinds of things.
You said something that I want to underscore because it's part of how this miracle manifest energy, this crystalline healing matrix that is out there for everyone happens. And you use the word serious. And this is one of the things that I find to be so poetically perfect, is that we absolutely have a direct relationship to the amount of miracle energy we manifest, to the amount of focus that we allow it to have. And yes, that's serious. And having said that, it's about having fun along the way. And,
Yes.
you know, I always bow before Archangel Zadkiel and all of the beautiful ones that I have been so honored and blessed to be with. And, you know, I always smile. The very, very first time that I ever publicly did an ensoulment, it was at this big event. It was a whole accident how I got there. My vet happened to be the vet of the guy who had put this whole thing together, who brought his dog in and said, "Hey, I'm missing a channel. Do you know anybody?" And she's like, "Yeah, I know this woman." And I
Wow.
kid you not, that is how I wound up on stage the first time. And it was, oh my God, 400 and some odd people. And I will never forget how much I didn't want to do it. You know, I was like, I'm never going to do this in front of everybody. And oh my God. And Sri would show me videos. I'm like, oh my God, is that what I look like? You know, I really had to adapt. No, come
I
on,
bet.
Jess.
Oh no, I think about you a lot when you had to do that. When I'm
I was
worried,
like,
I'm like, yeah.
oh my God. Well, here's what happened. You know, I don't remember when I'm ensouling. And at this event, our very first public event, and I'll never forget it, Archangel Zadkiel said to everyone to drink wine and dance in little circles and not to take ourselves so seriously. And then Zadkiel said, I didn't say to live on it. And
Yeah.
he called it fermented grape. He said, you should dance, drink fermented grape, dance in circles and celebrate that you are here now. And
Yes.
I cannot stress enough how many times that has gotten me through. The not drinking wine and dancing, although I do love to dance. I am a dancer, I do admit it. But I really, it's the essence of being here is a miracle. Just having this body is a miracle. Just the fact that we found each other again. 7 billion people on the planet. Who are you finding? Who are you connecting with? What are the odds of that?
Right.
How did
Isn't
that
that
happen?
amazing?
Right? That's all of this, right? That's all of this crystalline networking that you see going on here. And the more that we say yes, and the more that we adapt, we are in, and forgive me, Jess, I feel like it's just so important. You know how right now it's like we're at that ready go moment, right? We are at a moment that has not ever existed before. That is why we need to co-create it. That is why we need to be aware, right?
Absolutely. It's so exciting. I don't know. I'm just in awe of being able to share this moment with everybody and the way that we are connecting right now.
Yeah.
We are weaving it. We are creating it. And
Yes.
that's powerful.
Yes. and why we're here. So, you know, speaking of powerful and why we're here, I have all these people that have been holding on for so long. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna welcome Monica because she found us on a Tuesday night. And so Monica, we're
Yay.
gonna welcome you into the show. Namaste, beloved one.
Well, namaste, beautiful master lady Kira Raa
Thank you.
and the whole stuff.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. I love having you on Tuesdays, and if you're up to me, I would love to hear your radio show every day.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so kindly. We appreciate that very
Yeah.
much.
And Tuesdays are such a good day to have a radio show because everybody's like, oh, we got through Monday.
Right.
Right?
Well, I agree. I agree. Plus, you know, the way that we're going to be formatting it is, excuse me, this is like the Trinity show. Sri and I are doing, you know, Saturday, Explore the Mysteries at TFR Live at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then we're on Sunday at noon. And then this show will be like the third part of the Trinity. So I'm very excited about that. And that's what's so exciting about tonight is that we're really kind of putting that beautiful energy around what's happening right now. So thank you for mentioning that.
Thank you. Yes. And I've been listening again to your New Year's Eve ensoulment, Kira, and it's both so powerful about relaxing into who we are. yeah, that is such an eternal message for me. And Kira, I would be so honored if you would give me a little mini soul reading for my heart in 2020.
Well, as you are offering me, I want you to turn down your radio, honey. We're getting some feedback. Or I can put you back
For
on
me?
mute. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put you on mute, sweetheart, for right now. I'll unmute
Okay.
you again, but let me just mute you while I give you the session. And so what I wanted to share with you is that, number one, I also felt Jess right here picking up on some of the same frequency that I was feeling when you were asking about, my heart for 2020. And what's interesting is that, and I think that's why we were getting all the electronic buzz, what I see are literally all these dots of crystalline light around you. I mean, just everywhere, 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 everywhere. And they are very radiant. But the word is like, I want to use the word like little joy bubbles. They're like, a bubble here and a bubble here and a bubble there. And they're saying it's time for the bubbles to unify. It's time to notice what they're making. And so I want to look again at if you're watching the video, you'll see that you have all of this creation energy around you, but what are you making with it? And is it really what your heart wants or what your mind wants? And they're saying that if you are asking for a reading for your heart for 2020, it would be to trust me enough to lead. And so I want you to just breathe that in. And Jess, was there anything you wanted to share with Monica before I bring her off mute again?
It's just so powerful what you shared, and I'm feeling the truth of that. And I just see so clearly as you embrace your heart, Monica, and you are creating, it's almost like these veils going down a corridor that just drop, 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 drop. And then you are there, larger than life. Your third eye and star consciousness, just like a big jewel and open. And this just all knowing wise master that has been there all along, guiding you, just being out in the open and being seen and serving others. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Monica, I've got you off mute, honey. How are you?
Thank you. Well, other than the tears streaming down my face, I actually feel like a big relief. And I think that the tears were good. They were cleansing. Because if I really tapped into that, it's, releasing the fear of who I really am.
Right.
There's a lot of power behind that, and scary sometimes.
Ooh, well, taking a big breath and know that we are never given more than we can handle. That whatever is in front of us is ours to master. And thank you, Monica, for bringing that energy to all of us this evening and igniting our callers with that beautiful gift of reminding each of us that the greatest gift we can give ourselves is to be ourselves. I love you, Monica. Thank you, honey.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye, honey.
Love you.
Bye. Jess, you feel that? I was loving that, as we are in this moment where this crystalline matrix is really coming together and saying, look, what do you want to create? Get clear. Are you, everything's illuminated, the radiance is there, that it really does come down to saying, I'm going to allow myself to be illuminated. I'm not going to stand in my own way. I'm going to say yes. And then noticing that the more we say yes to that, the more we see, the more opportunity, the more recognitions, the more connections, the serendipitous events. I mean, it's just a beautiful spiral if we let it happen. And there's only one secret, and that's to recognize that density is the greatest illusion of all. And that the more we say yes to who we are, it actually gets a lot easier because things start making more sense, or at least that's been my experience. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely. I mean, I have to share ever since that call,
Please.
and as you're sharing, it's just, I feel this whole crystalline vortex and portal that is everybody that's tuning into this now, live, recorded, wherever you are, whatever dimension you're in, lighting up. And I'm kind of speechless about it. It's really a cool experience to be part of this right now. And it's like seeing the truth of everything you're sharing, that we are, that the density is an illusion, and that we can really now remember that more on the regular, like, oh yeah, this isn't, it's real in its sense, but it's not really who we are and what we're doing. So
we are eternal. You know,
Yeah.
I have to share for myself, one of the things that I have found that has allowed, you know, the massive reverse aging that I'm working with right now, the body reshaping. I don't even know whose body this is anymore. I mean, I put on yet another pair of pants today that fell off, and these were tight only a month ago. They were already a new pair of pants. And so it's one of those things where we are all in this moment of sacred union of the soul with the body. And that level of consciousness is the one that sincerely would be where the guru would recline on the couch and say, okay, guys, watch, and leave the body. And instead, the blessing of the gift of self-ascension for those that have really stayed the course and have really done it. And I am honestly given my life to self-ascension for the past 18 years. And I can absolutely affirm that we are at a moment unlike any other, and that this crystalline healing, this radiance, is really pouring through a moment of, here's my personal experience. That density is so illuminated right now. It's so ridiculous. It's so distorted. It's so ridiculous that of course it's not real. And they're almost making it too easy. You know, everything is right. Everything is illuminated. And so the only time that we forget who we are is when we let ourselves get involved in that dream and forget that, wait a minute, we're co-creating this. So where in that model of co-creation is the miracle that I'm carrying for me? And this takes us back to what you and I were talking about in the first half of the show, Jess, which is this instantaneous manifestation of miracles that every day, and guys, however you get your time, but I will share with you that my time happens by meditation. My deepest meditations are when I'm on the treadmill and I'm just gone, right? And if you can give yourself time every day, it could be a minute, it could be as long as you want. But the key is that it's a quality moment of focus. And I always start the same way, Jess. I am here, I'm ready, I am open. And then I say, show me. I go, I am here, I am ready, I am open, show me. I am here, I am ready, I am open, show me, so that I may be your servant, right? And that's the other piece of that. Right? When we bring, and this is the miracle formula, when we bring that unification of sincerity, love, and presence into our focus and command the light, right? Show me is a command. I am here. I am ready. These are very definitive, very strong, very succinct energy declarations. And so when we are commanding the light, then the universe says, oh, you're ready for more. Versus when we don't command the light's just kind of hanging around going, you know, I'm on break right now and I'm a little tired. I can only sit here and smoke so many cigs, you know, what's going on? And then suddenly it opens up again, right? And so are we actively participating in our co-creative moment, or are we not? Are we tired or inspired, you know? And
and that's like, are we remembering or forgetting that we are that light? Are we awake or asleep in the moment? Because when we forget we're that light, then we can't command it when we forget all about it.
Exactly. And you know, Jess, we have so many people that are holding. Should we go to another caller? All right. I'm going to Bemidji, Minnesota. All right. Namaste, Bemidji, Minnesota.
Hi, Kira. This is Lara up in Minnesota.
Hey, sweetheart. Did I completely butcher the name of that town?
No, you nailed it.
Woohoo! All right. All right.
Yeah. And actually, I'm sitting here with my dear friend Cheryl, and we came down to Tucson for the gem show.
Fun. Oh my God. I've had fun there.
It is, and we just had the honor of having dinner with Farron's mother, Patty, the other day. So
wow.
All
right, this is just too small.
This is a party.
I know, we just love it. We're resonating with so many things you're saying, and we've had a magnificent time here. We're starting a healing business together, and also we've had 5 great days, and today we blew through a box of Kleenex. So
Oh,
we're just wondering if perhaps you also have a little mini soul reading for us, and want to just extend our thanks for all that both of you are doing, and hi to Shri as well.
well, thank you. He's on the other side of the camera waving. And so thank you. Well, you know, the first thing I just want to share that it's like I'm reaching my arms out and just going, God, I love you guys so much. It's so beautiful. They're showing me an energy field that looks like a heart, but it's active. Like imagine that. It's hard for me to describe this. I'm kind of like drawing it. So if you draw it, it comes up and these 2 fingers come back. And then, so it's like these, it's almost like 2 circles, but they always meet every time they come around, only this is heart shaped. And they're saying that this energy is moving in a direction that is creating a spiral and a vortex. And it's like this heart energy is moving together. And because this heart energy is moving, and because it's pulsating, and because it's radiating, and because these 2 energies have not blended, but are working together, in the center is this incredible, like, time portal, vortex, energy connection that is screaming and saying, slow down, breathe deeper, and listen. We're right here. And they're just gazing at you saying, remember what started the journey, and remember what is in front of you, and you will discover the next step. They're talking about like the minute you wake up. It's like you guys are in the middle of an anchor ship that is still coming together, and this heart is really spinning. And I'm almost out of breath sharing it with you. And the other thing is, I'm feeling your second chakra a lot. And so I would encourage you, I've got my hand on my second chakra right now, and it's almost like a stabbing pain. And what I'm noticing is that what your second chakra is saying is that I am right here ready to offer you everything you have ever wanted. Now ask me to create with you, and together we can do this. And so I'm just going to take a breath. And Jess, I know that you're receiving as well. And so I'm just going to sit here and be quiet.
Everything Kira shared is just so important and spot on and powerful. And I can only encourage to just, yes, listen, because there is that guidance that is all around you. And it's really cute. There's a lot of fun fairy energy and just good, fun, bubbly energy that's going to be opening up. You just have to keep remembering to ask. Sometimes we forget to ask our guides. Keep asking for them to show you what's next. And thank you so much. That's what I have to share.
Thank you, my love. It's such a joy to meet with the 2 of you tonight. Thank you for tuning in on our premiere on Tuesday nights.
Oh, we love it. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for your sincerity and your guidance. And we are very grateful. Sending you love and hugs.
Oh, right back at you, Soul Mirrors. We love you. Namaste. Namaste. You are welcome.
Namaste.
Wow.
That's so cool. I love it.
Me too. I do too. And this is part of what's happening right now, is that we are all expanding. And you know, Jess, I'm looking at the time going, we have like 3 minutes left. How does that even happen?
Know.
Right. And I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. And so the one thing I want to really get out there is that, again, to all of you, with all my heart and soul, please go to YouTube, official Shri and Kira, and make sure you connect with the 2 videos Shri and I just put out. The 2023 things you need to know, and the 2020 up level, the Ascension up level energy. They're right there. They're at our YouTube channel. They're short. Each one is under 5 minutes. One is under 10 minutes. And they're really powerful. This is a moment unlike any other. This is an opportunity unlike any other. And Jess, I want people to know how to get in touch with you. And I don't want to say, I know it's selfascensionstudios.com, but you also have some Instagram going on. And hey, Soul Fusion Cafe, check out her show. So Jess, how can we all connect with you more?
Yeah, Soul Fusion Cafe is at Oneness Talk Radio, and you can also find archives of that at selfascensionstudios.com. Yes, Instagram, Joy Love Jess, come hang out, or Soul Fusion Cafe Radio, and on Facebook, also Soul Fusion Cafe Radio, Self Ascension Studios. And I just love more than anything lately working with people, helping them expand their journey and remove those blocks and limitations in order to really harness their vision. So lots of good group stuff coming up and fun things are going to be happening. So yeah, come
Well, thank
have
you.
fun, check it out. Yeah.
Well, and do, please do, because, you know, guys, this is the key. We are at a moment unlike any other. The less that you doubt, the more that you will create. It is one energy that is trying its best to stop you. And if there was ever a moment where the universe is saying yes to you, it is right now. And, you know, speaking of the Ascension Up Level event, I do want to encourage all of you to get to SriandKira.com. We are doing an extraordinary up-level journey in Peru this year. We are already a little over halfway full. So, hey, if you're thinking about it, check it out at SriandKira.com. And also, we have one slot left for the March Cosmic Origins journey. And I know that it's waiting for the perfect person. That is the journey that we go to Ingapirka, where I open up the others. And we have to say goodbye to TFR Live. We love you. Thank you for being with us this evening. Namaste, Shivaham. I am. And to all of you at YouTube, all of you at Oneness Talk Radio, my beloved co-host Jess, thank you for a beautiful evening together. Thank you for joining us here at Soul Mirrors, and we really hope to see you next week, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Have a beautiful week.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste.